Let's go. Let's see. Health. Maxi's still out. Who else we have out? That's it for injuries. Before we get started, I think we want to thank Dorian and Spencer with the trade of us getting Markeith and Kai. Those two that did a lot for the organization, and we're thankful. With the business of basketball sometimes gets in the way, but we want to thank those guys and wish those guys the best of luck. Any questions?
What do you think the trade for Kyrie in particular does for this team?
Well, I think, on paper it gives us, scoring, a champion, an all-star, someone whose basketball IQ is extremely high. And so it gives us another weapon to put alongside Luka and the rest of the guys, not just Luka, but the rest of his teammates.
His last stops have been pretty well followed in different controversies and not so great endings. What makes you guys confident that you have the infrastructure around him, or you have the ability to change that narrative?
Yeah, I think when you look at relationships here in the past, you look at his journey at other stops, just understanding he's won, where he's gone. And so just understanding we feel that the talent and his abilities to make us better are something that we needed. And so we feel that getting him is going to help put us in a position to win a championship.
Obviously, he's in the last year of his contract. My understanding is any kind of extension talks would be a summer conversation. How do you feel about pulling off a trade like this, where there is uncertainty about the relationship continuing beyond this season?
Yeah, I think just as a coach, I'm just focused on putting these guys in a position to win. That's Cuban and Nico with the contracts. They get the players. I coach the players, and so for that, my job is to put Kai in a position to be successful with his teammates, and also Luka. That nothing changes. To have the ability to have two starters. They're going to start in the All-Star game for the Mavs. It's probably been a first. And so it's exciting. We have to be excited about this opportunity. It's easy to look at all the talk of the negative, but let's look at the positive and what he's done on and off the court, and that's the way we're approaching it.
What jumps out to you about that court pairing with Luka and Kyrie, and kind of their skill sets and how they potentially mesh together?
Yeah, I think when you look at some of the guys that Kai has played with here, LeBron is one that people will compare Luka as being able to handle the ball, being able to set screens. He's played with the best players in the world, and he's had success doing that. So just being able to give Luka an opportunity to come down the court without having to dribble or run every play. This gives us opportunity to do different things. We look back at when we had JB, being able to have a playmaker like that. And so when you look at Kai, nothing against JB, but Kai is at a different level. And so this gives us another weapon. Someone's going to be free. Someone's going to have the advantage. We play a lot of advantage basketball with just Luka. So now to give the opportunity with Kai, so that just gives us another weapon to have the advantage and take advantage of that. And it just comes down to making open shots.
As you mentioned, Kyrie's on a different level than JB. Does Luka need to adapt his game playing with this kind of superstar talent in terms of usage, in terms of sharing the ball with, case may be?
Yeah, I think when you look at the usage, it's at 99.9. So it has to come down. It's going to come down. And that's a healthy thing. It's not a bad thing. When you look at the success that Luka has had at 99.9, it's pretty good. Now, if it comes down to 90, that's not a bad thing. That actually he will be stronger in the fourth. The team will be better, and then the trust between the two. It's going to take some time to get that rhythm and trust, but Kai is about winning, and so I think Luka has adapted his game. I think it's just going to make his game that much better and easier. He already makes it look easy, but I think he'll have a advantage where he doesn't have to see double teams, and if he is doubled, you have Kai there on the strong side or on the weak side to be able to take advantage of that.
Jason, how would you describe your relationship with Kyrie and just specific instances in the past that you think are going to be most meaningful or most helpful getting him up to speed quickly?
Yeah, we have some of the same people. He's had a trainer that I used for a long time, Robin Pound. So that's been helpful. Kai came to my Hall of Fame induction, and so we have a relationship. He's all about basketball. He wants to win and he wants to be coached. And this is a great opportunity for me to have someone like this to help. To split my time between those two and the rest of the team, it's a great challenge and it should be fun.
Noticed recently, Luka's getting doubled all the time. He started flashing him to the nail at times. One, do you think that he'll be doubled less? Two, do you think you can use that where you flash him to the nail more because you have another ball handler that's a threat?
Yeah, I think understanding Kai's ability to be that flasher and play make is big, something that we haven't had. Or when you flash the big, when you talk about DP, and then you have Kai on the advantage side of the 2-on-1, you can't ask for a better situation. So when you look at the different places of being able to put Kai on the floor, in today's game, it's the positions don't matter. It's about the last name and talent, and so to be able to put him in those successful situations. With him being able to get the ball when Luka is double teamed, I think we can live with that advantage. And some nights it's going to look good, and some nights we won't make shots. But that's just we believe if we're consistent, that puts us in a position to win games.
The defense wasn't all that anyway. But Nate Rushford, your best defender. How do you go about shoring that end up, or is it going to be a matter of trying to outscore teams?
Yeah, I think we're still going to preach defense, being able to get stops, but there's going to be nights where we're going to try to make you feel uncomfortable on the offensive end. If we're scoring 130 or 140, some nights you're going to have to use the offense as your defense. But that doesn't, Kai's going to compete on the defensive end. Luka is going to compete on the defensive end. And for us, it's about rebounding. That's one of the areas that we've struggled. So, but when you look at the offensive end, can we put pressure on the opponent? And are they going to be comfortable to be able to score that many points?
Do you have any kind of update on Luka, whether he'll be joining the team on this trip?
Yeah, when you look at Luka, everyone knows he's out, but he will probably join us on Wednesday in LA. And looking at Kai and Markieff joining us tomorrow in LA.
Luka, Wednesday with a chance to play, or Wednesday just to be with the team?
Just to be with the team.
Ryan Smith said this morning that you and he had a conversation after the previous matchup about Lowry Markkanen, and you told him something along the lines of, you guys have got a keeper. Obviously we've seen what Lowry's done this year, being named to the All-Star team, but what specifically impressed you about him on that particular night?
Well, it's not that night. You look at this summer, what he's done for his country. His confidence level. I want to make sure I get his age right. He's 25, and you can see that he's comfortable.